Hello everyone, lovely to be back in Plymouth. I haven't gigged here for a long time. I'm from Plymouth, but I moved up to Bristol about a year ago, and that's been really challenging. I've been living with an absolute lunatic old woman, and I met her on the train a couple of years back during COVID times, you know, when it was really like awkward to sit next to people on trains. So I offered her the seat next to me, and she sat down, and we were having this chat, and she said to me, "So Robin, what are you coming up to Bristol for this weekend?" And I went, "Oh, I'm just coming to see my boyfriend over Christmas." Face dropped. She went, "Boyfriend? Not the first pandemic you all have been through then, is it?" Whoa! Steady on, Lizzie. I've realised actually that old women in the UK are sort of like Russian dolls. If the Russian dolls got gradually more racist and homophobic, the smaller that they got. You know what I mean? Every layer you take off, there's a new EDL flag and a UKIP top on them. It was challenging living with her. She read the Daily Mail, so we were very different people. She had all these proper strong views on immigration, right? She had this idea that because she was born in this country, she deserved the country and no one else. But never really made much sense to me because my mother went into labour in Sainsbury's and had me on aisle 6. They never stuck me on the bakery shelf. You know what I mean? I would have made a lovely strawberry tart as well, but it never happened. Like, he's ours now, fucking put him in the oven. Didn't happen. But it was tricky living with her. And I thought, what can I talk about tonight? Tonight I got an announcement. It is the first day of Pride Month. Woo! So as we're all in agreement that gay people are held up to a higher esteem this month because of Pride Month, I'm going to give a shout out to my two favourite gayers of the year, Philip Schofield and Kevin Spacey. And that is a joke about why you should not assume people are going to be nice people just because they're gay. Because as you're going to find out from this set, some gay people can be right cunts. But I do find the idea really weird because sort of Pride Month has become such a commercial thing now, isn't it? Like a selling point. Like to me, the Pride flag is basically like a fucking barcode from Sharpie at this point, isn't it? You know, on my way here, I walked into Co-op and they've already redone the sandwiches. They had an LGBT sandwich on the shelf. I thought, fucking hell, LGBT sandwich? What the fuck's going to be in that? Cum and poo? I don't want to be... I don't want to eat an LGBT sandwich.
Fucking hell.
I'll have the anal when I get home, mate. Just give me a fucking bacon sarnie. Crikey. It's odd, isn't it? But do you know what really stunned me about the whole Philip Schofield thing, right? Is that he thought coming out as gay would be a good way to stop people noticing he's a pedo. Which is fucking baffling, isn't it, really? Because people have already got these dodgy ideas about gays. I think if Philip didn't want anyone to find out he was a pedo, he should have come out as a Catholic, shouldn't he? Really? Them are the ones who get away with it. And, plus side, tons of little boys around for him to have his way with. He would have been like Prince Andrew on Blue Peter if he became a Catholic. He would have absolutely loved it. But I tell you what I thought was even weirder about the Philip Schofield coming out thing, people were pretending they were shocked that Philip Schofield was gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm genuinely surprised that on that day the newsreader wasn't like, "Okay, so 9 a.m. this morning we have a shock announcement from Philip that he is bisexual or homosexual, and at 10:30 we will have Katie Hopkins coming on to drop the bombshell revelation that she is a knobhead. And then just before your lunch break today, we will have Barack Obama come out of the closet as a black man." Shocker, absolute shocker. And they made such a big party out of it, didn't they? I wish that people did that for me when I came out as gay, right? I came out as gay to my dad, he's a northern bloke, and I come home one night and I just had to tell him, and I said, "Dad, I'm gay." And he went, "All right, gay, I'm Dad, nice to meet you." Kidding, that's not actually what happened. So what happened was, I'd been out on a late night, and I ended up coming back with a fella, and we shared my bed. First thing in the morning, my dad's come in to drop off a cup of tea. seen me in bed with another man. And he's kicked off, and I've had to leave the room, and I'm having a chat with him. And he says to me, Rob, you need to accept your sexuality, son. Because if you don't, there's going to be so much stress building up in your body. You're going to end up having a stroke, and you go blind, and you go deaf. Right? I don't want to see that happen to you. I said, oh, Dad, thanks a lot, man. Cheers for the advice. And he said, pardon? I tell you what, with some of the jokes that I make, I do get some people assuming that I'm a gay Tory, because you get a lot of gay Tories now, don't you? And they're a really odd breed, the gay Tories. I don't know if you've ever met any, but you know how you get alcoholics, right? Who become alcoholics because they want to kill themselves, and they think, I'll just neck these bottles of whiskey, do myself out, right? I think that's what the gay Tories are doing on election night, to be honest. Like some sort of shame, self-punishment kink. You know what I mean by voting for the Conservative Party? Like on election night, they're just like dressed up in a bondage suit, and they're like, oh, tell me what you think about me getting married. Tell me how many genders there are. Bitch to me about Sam Smith. But yeah, no, I'm not a gay Tory actually. I'm not a Tory at all. I'm not into the Tories. I actually think the Tories. What should have happened, right? The Queen missed the trick, didn't she, with the Tories? That when Boris got chucked out, the Queen should have done. You know when you were a kid and you had a game console, you had to share it with one of your siblings, right? The Queen should have come in to the Houses of Parliament and gone, right, Tories, you've had 3 fucking lives without control, and now give it to Keir Starmer for fuck's sake. That's what I think should have happened, but she did miss the trick, which is a shame. But she did have an exciting last couple of years of life, didn't she, the Queen, with all the Meghan and Harry stuff kicking off. And I wasn't really into it, but what I did like about the Meghan and Harry stuff is that it showed a very, very strong British truth about our society, which is that no one is too posh to go on Jeremy Kyle's show. Do you know what I mean? Whole family on there, right? And they might have been poshos, but they had the checklist sorted out, didn't they? Staying at home with mum, unemployed parents, relying on government benefits, suspicious death in the family, you know, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? You know, you can imagine what the episode would be like if they went on Jeremy Kyle. It'd be like, and his granddad said that our baby was too mixed raced. Mixed race? Fucking ginger! Mixed race? The kid's got about as much mixed race as a Wetherspoon's bloody dinner plate, mate. Come on. Right, I feel like I might have run over 5 minutes. So I'll tie it up there. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.